About a week ago, an Indian startup founder quipped on Twitter that the definition of a unicorn as used in the venture capital industry should now change to $1 billion of funding raised. The term currently refers to a startup that reaches a valuation of $1 billion. He was commenting on the flurry of unicorns that have been created globally. The term was originally coined by US venture capitalist Eileen Lee in 2013 when there were just 39 startups globally that fit the definition, which has not changed since then. Achieving the milestone was once considered elusive, but India's example shows the term unicorn no longer holds the same weight as before. In a blockbuster year for startup funding, India saw the creation of 42 unicorns, a 3 times jump from 11 new unicorns in 2020 and 9 in the previous year. Starting with Digit Insurance on January 15 to Pristine Care on December 8, the unicorns came from a range of sectors. The 42 companies are collectively valued at more than $90 billion. The year also saw the fastest and the slowest unicorns. Mensa Brands, which acquires direct-to-consumer, fashion, home and personal care labels, became a unicorn in just 6 months. While in March, Chennai-based NBFC 5-Star Business Finance achieved this status after 37 years in existence. Fintech was arguably the biggest contributor to the unicorn universe this year. Cred, Grow, Zeta, BharatPe, MobiKwik, Upstock, and Slice were the 7 fintech additions. While edtech industry leader Byju's became a decacorn this year with $18 billion valuation, 3 of its rivals joined the unicorn club this year: Eruditus, Upgrad, and Vedantu. Indian edtech startups have gained greater investor confidence after China mandated all online education companies to register as non-profits. Despite regulatory uncertainty, India also saw 2 crypto unicorns in CoinBCX and CoinSwitch Kuber. The B2B commerce space too saw funding frenzy with Inframarket, Moglix, Off Business and Zetwork turning unicorns. The funding activity this year was led by Sequoia Capital, Tiger Global, SoftBank Group and Axel. It all brings us to an important question. What triggered the unicorn rush in 2021? Ritesh Banglani, partner at Stellaris Venture Partners, gives us an answer.
In my view, valuation is a consequence, not a cause of an optimism about a particular industry. And right now, global investors are extremely optimistic about the tech industry in India. This is driven by a variety of factors. I would say chief amongst them is the rapid growth in internet penetration in the country. We are now at 41% penetration, and at no time and in no other country have we seen such sharp growth in internet penetration. And still there is a lot of headroom to grow because only 41% of the country is covered. Similarly, if you think of technologies like UPI, we are now processing $1.3 trillion worth of transactions over UPI every year. This is the fastest growth of any payment instrument in the world ever in history. Consumer spending in India has been extremely resilient. We have bounced back on that metric very sharply after the initial shock of the pandemic. All of this reminds investors of what they saw in China and other emerging economies. And so they are seeing this as a precursor to massive value creation by internet and software companies in India. Of course, valuation only signals investor expectations for the future and gives access to cheaper capital to these companies. In the end, it is up to the tech companies to deliver on those expectations so that the investors can actually realize the returns that they are hoping for.
As it rained unicorns, it has also been the year of startup IPOs. The listing of Zomato, Nykaa, Policybazaar and Paytm were a big boost to the startup ecosystem, as it showed that India can give an exit path to investors. China's crackdown on tech companies has helped India bolster its attractiveness as an emerging market alternative. Early stage venture capital fund 314 Capital predicts that India will be home to more than 150 unicorns by 2025. The unprecedented funding boom is expected to spill over to the next year as well, helped by India's rapid adoption of technology and innovative offerings from startups. With another 9 days left in the year, it is likely that we may see a few more surprise announcements.
For more news, views, and updates, subscribe to Business Standard on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Also follow us on YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn.